Okay guys, so I had some stuff come in and Mini GT's going on the back burner once again. I know there's a lot of new stuff from Mini GT to look at, but in my opinion there's cooler stuff. So anyways, I did have some Trends Hobby come in. I ordered these from AliExpress, and the reason I ordered these from AliExpress over RC Mart, which is who I normally order from, is this Porsche sold out on RC Mart, so I needed to get it from somewhere else. I was looking on AliExpress, and they are released, and they had them in stock. So I grabbed it, and then I also noticed that the two Temerarios were in stock. So I was like, well, you know, I'll just grab all three of them. So there are those. I think I'm going to do the Temerarios in the next video. And you already know, but really excited to take a look at these Tomica Limited Vintage 400Rs. Really, really cool. So I don't know if that fan is super loud. I'll turn it off. But anyways, yeah, I picked up both of these. I also got the Midnight Purple one for my buddy as well. He wanted it. I saw pictures of them and I was like, okay, those look awesome. I'm going to get them. I was just going to do the Midnight Purple, and then I was like, you know, but the white looks really good too. So they come in these bigger square boxes. I don't know if there's really any rhyme or reason to what comes in the bigger boxes. I guess it's just maybe the more iconic cars or the cars with like opening parts and stuff. I'm not exactly sure, but these ones come in the bigger square boxes. This is LV N305, and D is the color. So this is the fourth color, and then this is E, so this is the fifth color. But yeah, it's the Nissan Nismo 400R. This one is in white. Pretty cool. It's got the Tomica holographic sticker on the back, which I think is a new thing that they started doing. And then Nissan licensing, of course, on there too. And same for this one. N305E. And then here's all the information on the back. So, yeah, again, really excited for these. Now, I will admit, so normally on the channel, I do not open anything until the review video. Once in a while I'll get something that I'm not going to review, but most of the stuff I get, I save for the video. I don't take a look at it. These Tomicas I just can't resist because they don't come in plastic wrap. So I'm not going to lie. I have taken a quick peek at these. I haven't taken them out of the boxes, but they're really, really nice. So anyways, they have these little inserts in there. It's got some cool information about the car. If I remember correctly, that Nismo only built 44 of these, right? I think the story goes is that they were gonna build 100 and then they just only ended up doing 44, I think, which is kind of cool. So it was a very exclusive. This is one of the legendary Skylines, not even just R33, but Skylines in general, and it's really cool. So yeah, 400 horsepower, pretty cool car. They took the 2.6 liter RB and they bored it down to 2.8 liters, and then, you know, twin turbo and all that good stuff. So yeah, this thing's a beast. So yeah, it just comes in these trays. You can pop off the top section, and then the car just sits in there. It's got some wax, like some waxy plastic under it. I'm not sure why it's under it. Wouldn't you want to put that between the top of the car? I'm not sure. But anyways, there's that. We can stick that back in there and move it off to the side. And same thing for the Midnight Purple one. At least I believe this is Midnight Purple. I don't know what other kind of purple it would be. It doesn't really say on the packaging for Tomica, but I'm just going to assume that this is Midnight Purple. It looks like Midnight Purple to me, so. Okay. Here they are. Let's look at the white one first. So, funnily enough, I believe these are the first two 400Rs in my collection. I don't have any others. Actually, first thing I want to see is if these have suspension details. They do. I like that about Tomica, and I always forget that they do suspension on their cars. One of you guys pointed it out in the last Tomica video we did, and I didn't even realize that they had suspension. I forget. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And like, not like a ton of travel, but like it feels to be like pretty accurate, pretty fitting for the car. And their suspension doesn't really take away from like the overall stance of the car. Like, it still like looks pretty nice, which is cool. So yeah, pretty good job there. I like the suspension. Not to mention that they also roll really nicely too. That might be a little hard to see. They roll very nicely. They've got suspension. I mean, that's already a pretty big bonus right there. Plus, these ones have brake details. So you'll see it's got the silver rotor in there and then a black caliper all the way around, which is really nice. They've got brake details. They roll. They've got working suspension, which is really cool. So already huge win. Do the hoods open on these? I don't remember. I don't think they do. I think that's static. But I also don't want to like... No, the hoods don't open on these. I also didn't want to be an idiot and not show it if it did. So yeah, these are just static, no opening parts or anything, at least I don't think. But really, really nicely done. The whole body and everything is really good. The white paint is really crisp. I don't see any like weird like paint defects or like a lot of times white paints on models is susceptible to like dust contamination. I don't know why. White's always the worst. Looks like I've got some scuffing on the back bumper right there. I wonder if I could scrape that off though. Looks like it might be coming off. Yeah, I just made it better. So that can just get rubbed off. So no biggie there. But yeah, like white paint's usually really susceptible to like dust imperfections. This one doesn't really seem to have any. This one looks really good. I love the silver striping going down the car and then the 400R on the side. Just looks so awesome. So yeah, there's that. The wing mirrors are... those are going to be hard plastic, so a bit more fragile than like rubber, of course. But they're molded. They look pretty accurate. They've got a little bit of silver paint in them to simulate the reflectiveness. Right-hand drive, of course. This actually looks like a light gray interior. It's not quite black, but there's also just not really a lot of detail in there, which I mean, I feel like should be there for the price. Speaking of price, let me put up what I bought these for on screen. I got them from RC Mart. I did not get free shipping because for some reason RC Mart doesn't do free shipping with their Tomica stuff, like ever. So I had to pay shipping. I don't remember what I paid for these. I think it came out to like a little over $25 per model with shipping. So it really wasn't too bad. They were like $20 a piece, and then I had to pay shipping for both of them together, but not too bad. I think they were definitely less than 30 a piece after shipping, which I don't think is too bad. Anyways, hood's got some nice venting in it. You can see there's these small ones on either side, and then there's also that vent right there. There's like some black plastic down in there. And then here's the front. Amazing headlights on this one. The headlights are like perfect. So it does have some black outlining going around the acrylic lens. The acrylic is super crisp, nice and clear. And then it's got some really nice silver bulb details on both sides. It just looks really, really good. And then a little bit of silver on like this outside edge. Really nice. It's got the two orange down here. I'm assuming those are probably blinkers. GTR badge in that center grill up there. Nice. It's actually pretty legible. Nismo on the front license plate. And then you've got the big Nismo on this like this intercooler radiator in there. It is kind of cut off by this like centerpiece that's behind the license plate. But just looking at it head on, it looks really good. But yeah, it is kind of not really super accurate. I don't think the little middle piece underneath the license plate would be there. I think the license plate would just be hanging down, but from the front view, it looks really cool. And then there's a couple vents on either side too. Just a really good looking front end. They did a good job on this one. And going to the side profile, we didn't really look at the wheels yet. These are the raised wheels, if I remember correctly, on these 400Rs. They look really good. They've got like the polished outer lip and then the white spokes and then the polished inner part too. And then it says Nismo on the spoke in blue. Just really nice job with the wheels too. You can actually make out the rivets that go all the way around. Really nice. Like really nice job on these wheels. Man, these are such good models. Tomica did an incredible job with these. Like just everything just feels so crisp. Oh, there's vents on the side of the bumper right there too. I didn't even notice that earlier. I wonder why those are there. Maybe the air goes in here and out there. But wouldn't you want the air coming in here to go in and cool the brakes? Why would you want to let that air escape? Maybe it's so air doesn't get trapped in the wheel wells. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the logic was behind that. But anyways, here's the back wing. It's done in like a gunmetal gray color. I don't know if this was this is Tomica's way of doing carbon fiber. Could definitely see that. Honestly, I'm not really mad at like a metallic gunmetal to simulate carbon. Because like carbon at 1/64 scale, you wouldn't even really be able to tell it's carbon. It would just kind of look like that. So if that's what they were going for, actually, I respect that. I don't think that looks bad at all. So yeah, that looks pretty good. It does have the 400R on the side. You can see like how the actual like picnic table part of the wing kind of goes through these side supports, which is really neat. 400R on both sides. And then here is the back. The taillights are nice round acrylic. They do have these little painted red spots on the outside, which look pretty good. Nismo on the license plate. GTR badge right there in the center. Just this little oval gray piece there. I'm assuming that's the like unlatch button for the trunk, but yeah, it looks really good. The exhaust right there, nothing too crazy. I do wish like it went a little deeper in, but that's just kind of nitpicking. The muffler's also silver. Here's the base. These are riveted together, but it does tell you the name of the car right there, which is cool. So, okay, these are really nice. This pretty incredible model. Like, I don't really know that you could ask for a better 400R unless, actually, there's one brand that could do it better, and it's Motor Helix. If they do an opening hood with that, like they do the really detailed engine bays, I think Motor Helix could do it better. Drink pause. But anyways, yeah, these are really nice. Incredible job in fact, I think these might be the best Tomicas I have so far. There's not really anything they could have improved. Maybe, and like Tomica doesn't really do that well on the engine details. So like, as far as Tomica goes, I'm fine with them skipping that. And, their panel gaps kind of depends car to car, but their engine detail's not good. So like, I just prefer to have it static like this. But yeah, let's look at this, midnight purple one. So first thing is the paint looks really nice. So this doesn't really, it's a lot different in person. So on camera, the flake looks very, very large, and it's a lot brighter on camera. It's a lot more bright purple on camera. Maybe if I zoom back out to 1x, it'll look the same. No, the flake is like massive on camera. I don't know why. Looking at this in person, the flake in this paint is very, very fine, very small, and it's not as bright as it shows up on camera. It's much dull. I don't want to use the word dull because that sounds that has some negative connotation to it, but it is a bit more dull. It's a little bit darker purple. It doesn't pop quite as much as it does on camera. I don't know why this isn't showing up accurately, but just keep in mind it's darker and the flake is lying to you right now. Like that paint flake looks massive on camera. I don't know why. I'm looking at it through my phone and then also just in person, of course. It looks way better in person. I will say that. I'm noticing my front bumper feels a little bit loose here. What is that? Like this bottom, like valence part of my front bumper feels like it's like wiggling around. Oh, it's the whole bumper piece. You can kind of see it. Okay, well, I'm not going to mess with that. As long as it doesn't fall off, it's fine. But anyways, this should be all the exact same details. It's got the white and polished raised wheels on it, which look amazing. Again, it's got the brake details, the suspension. It rolls really nicely. It's got the silver striping. There is like this reflector. That actually might be a light. And then the Nismo badge on the side, of course. This one's still got that like dark gray interior and the like gunmetal type color on the wing. I think that's supposed to simulate carbon fiber. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look at some photos. But yeah, front end is the same. Again, just amazing headlights on these. They look so good. Like, they really do look so good. And then the Nismo in the that front radiator, just so good. The midnight purple is awesome. I could have just gotten the midnight purple for this casting and been happy with it. I also want to mention the like the wing mirrors are also painted. the body color, which is nice. But yeah, I could have just gotten this one and been very happy with it, but I'm actually really glad I got the white one. I feel like it's a nice contrast. This midnight purple is amazing. It is really, really cool. Here's the back end. Again, acrylic taillights look awesome. Yeah, very nicely done. But yeah, I'm really glad I got both of them. I like the white and the purple. Man, this is just such a good casting. I know I'm like really glazing these, but it's for good reason. They were they were cheaper in price, and the detail of these is just like it's perfect. Like I think these beat out Mini GT. Well, they for sure beat out Mini GT. Like I said, I think the only company that would do this 400R better is maybe Motor Helix if they decide to. Just because they'll probably do opening hood with really nice engine detail. Everything else should be on par. They probably won't have suspension like the Tomicas. Like, it is really cool that the Tomicas do have that, but I mean, it's also kind of a gimmick, but it is kind of cool. But these are amazing. If you guys are interested in getting some 400Rs for your collection, I highly recommend this Tomica casting, even if you want to wait for different colors. Like, if you don't dig the purple, aren't really digging the white. If you wanted to wait for another color, I guarantee that they'll still be great. So, yeah, these are really nice. I think that's about it. Like, I really don't have much more to say. They're just very, I love the wheels on them. The wheels, I just love that like polished chrome look on the outer edge of it. Just looks really cool. So yeah, anyways, that's about it for this one. Really, really like these. You guys let me know what you think of them as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.